All right. What's happening? Welcome back to the greatest show on the face of the earth. We are back. We are back, man. Yo, first of all, I just want to thank everybody that came and checked me out live in Philly, man. Philly was a vibe. And then we did very, very well in Philly, even though there was a game going on. And also, shout out to every person in Philadelphia that has made it out of North Philadelphia. If you have made it out of North Philadelphia, man, God bless you as a black person because that shit is cooked. I mean, North Philly, if you make it out, like I think Meek Mill is from there, maybe Kevin Hart. I really understand them better now since visiting North Philly. You know what I mean? And I'm from the south side of Chicago. It is not like that shit is much better. But North Philly, my God, man, that bitch is toe up. I mean, toe up, man. But I ain't gonna hold y'all. Look, we got some shows coming up. I'm about to close on right now. I'm looking at New York City Winery, Atlanta City Winery, um, Little Rock, Looney Bin, and I'm locking these in. Somebody said, "Am I Nick Fury?" Yeah, I'm Nick Fury. Now I look like Samuel L. I look like Samuel L. Jackson, Judge Man. I look like every fucking body to y'all, man. But I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm here. You know, everybody's been talking about this Drewski skit. That is the big thing. Drewski dropped a nuclear bomb. He dropped a nuclear bomb in the skit world, and people are saying that people in the church were a little upset with this skit. Um, I don't see nobody mad about the Drewski skit. I have yet to see one church member. If y'all know somebody that's mad about this Drewski skit, please point that video out to me and I'll react to it. But the Drewski skit just showed truth, right? I mean, these pastors are nothing more than entertainers. And I've said this before in several other shows. The pastor is doing the exact same shit I do. Except I'm telling you, I'm full of shit. You know I'm full of shit because it says comedian and you come to get jokes and you can't really believe the shit I say. But I'm not selling you hope and I'm not selling you salvation. And I'm not doing fucking shows with explosions and shit and bringing like celebrities in. Most of these pastors, because the church and a lot of these motherfuckers is sheep, right? They're sheep. A lot of these church people are sheep. Most of y'all in these mega church, that pastor don't know you. They won't even do your funeral. They won't even do your damn funeral unless you're famous. So it is really just a place. These pastors have been parasites in the community since I was a child. And not all pastors. There are some good ones, right? Well, I think the bad ones far outweigh the good ones, but they've been parasites in the community. They've sucked money. The big mega church is no different than the casino, no different than the liquor store that they put in poor communities. And they have the sheep, the lost, you know, the single woman, no man in the house. This is how this shit goes. And then they suck you in. They start the sermon off by talking to you about shit that's more than likely going on in your life because they deal with a certain demographic. So, you know, the sermon start off, are you tired every day you go to work? Are you tired of people hating on you? They're hating on you, but they don't know that Jesus is. And the people like, yeah, he talking to me. It feel like he talking to you, but it's a fucking con game. So the beauty of Drewski skit and the beauty in comedy is always the truth. Once you live in truth and not delusion, the jokes will be funny. And if you're a comedian watching this shit, listen to me because, you know, you probably suck, but use your truth. Your truth is funny. But I absolutely enjoyed the skit. It was funny as hell. I don't even know where you got the church from. That show you that they about the money. because the pastor let him rent the church out to do the shit in. How you a mega church pastor and for clout, only for clout, this nigga let him rent out the church so he could shit on his product. Because Drewski, oh, it's Drewski, y'all. It's Drewski. Because these big ass pastors in these churches, they treat the fucking celebrities like they the most blessed people. Like God has sent them. God, look who God sent to us in the congregation. Amen. We got Drewski. And they point that shit out. Because they use that same, it's just clout. It's just that no different from niggas taking pictures on Instagram with celebrities and shit. It's the same shit, man. So Michael Lewis is coming in with some Old Testament joint. Get God for yourselves. Old Testament barons would hear the word and take it home to study for themselves. God has changed. Maybe some pulpit telling them about God. Yeah, it's horrible, man. You know, the last time I ain't been to church in so long, and my son is actually in a Christian school, but I haven't found a church home that I would trust because when I look on that stage and see that pastor, I see myself. And I know they full of shit. I know when they bombing. Pastors bomb too. Like I had I went to one church one time. I remember I was on tour with Ricky Smiley. And you know, I had a killer set. So of course the pastor was looking at me like a big star and shit. So I ended up going to his church and he wasn't really doing that well in the sermon. And he came to me. I know he bombing in his sermon. And because what I mean by bombing is like when I'm on stage and shit and the joke's not working and I'm dying. These pastors do that shit when the sermon is just not getting to people. And so he comes off, he finishes up and he comes to me, man, that wasn't my best. I guess I'll get him next time. I'm sure you will, buddy, because you bombed. You bombed. And the pastors need to set it up so we can boo their ass when they bomb it, when they preach it. Like just boo them. Switch topic. Give me something better. Because they need to be bring booing back in comedy too, because a lot of these niggas suck. I hate watching comedy now. I be like, man, my God, this shit is just fucking depressing. And I'm not saying I'm the best, but goddamn, I just wish it was a motherfucker I could look at and be like, ooh, I gotta get my shit together. I love when I do see certain comics that make me want to write. I always reach out to those guys and be like, yo, bro, I just hit a nigga. I just DM them like, yo, I know you don't even know me, bro, but like your set was inspiration. I just need to give you flowers. So, you know what I'm saying? That's where we at. Shout out to Michael Lewis. You say, but you enjoy comedians like myself and Epps and others. I appreciate that, man. There's a lot that's been going on since I last talked to you guys. I watched the whole Corey Holcomb Anton Daniels fight. That was very, very interesting. You know, Corey gonna stand on his ground. Anton stood on his ground. I look at that whole scenario as a wash. I look at Anton being a conservative black man, you know, conservative values versus, you know, Corey. And I think Corey's a conservative too, but because the way Corey moves is very conservative. He don't like gays and shit. He about a man being a man, getting the money on his own, all this type shit. But I guess he was just calling out the hypocrisy and Anton Daniels talking about black men or allegedly talking down on black men. I get that shit too. Like motherfuckers always tell me, why you always talking about black people and shit? Well, the thing is, nigga, I'm black. I'm not worried about white folks. I'm worried about my own kind. So that's why I speak vehemently against street culture and street niggas. And I talk and say I put a nigga's ass in jail because I just feel like a lot of these niggas are working behind enemy lines. And I don't like that shit. And to make the excuse that it's the white man making the motherfucker do something, it's really too weak for me. It's very weak. I've been told by comedians that I actually hate black people, which I find funny because how can a black man with a black wife, a black child that lives in the black community that went to a HBCU, that went just been with black his whole life, how could I hate that? Like I love my people, but I definitely call out like bullshit. I like to call out, scammers, niggas come to Atlanta and scam on the culture because when black people move to Atlanta from other states, they're coming here with hope and ambition. And you get these niggas to prey on black people. And sometimes they can fall to their own demise because they really believe in the person. So even if you try to correct course, be like, yo, man, that motherfucker scamming. Sometimes these people will call you a hater, unfortunately. So you have to let them hit their head. But there are a lot of signs when a nigga's scamming you, especially in Atlanta. The black scammers are going to use things like black excellence. They're going to talk all this culture talking shit. We black. We got to do this. We got to do that only to rob you. These niggas is robbing you. And then most of the niggas that do that don't even live in black neighborhoods. They robbing your ass. So, man, come on now. Ricky Jacques. Wasn't that was the most profound shit Chris Rock ever said to me, man. I love black people, but I hate them niggas, man. That shit was so profound, man. That should have been the topic of this conversation today. Because I get a lot of push. And when Chris Rock first did that bit, he got a lot of pushback on that. Like, I think Tupac was trying to go up against him and shit, and a lot of people was pushing back. How you gonna split the culture and all that shit? But he was dead on with that. I just think it's just poor mindsets. You know what I mean? And white people, they got white niggas too. Every demographic and race got niggas in they race. You know what I'm saying? And when I say the word nigga, it's just a old lazy ass nigga that don't want to do shit, that brings havoc and chaos to society, no matter the race or whatever group that this person might be in. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. Ah, boy, this is pretty good. This is pretty good, guys. I got so much I got to get done today, but I want to pull up on y'all and talk. Mm. Right now, I'm drinking turmeric tea that my mama sent me. Turmeric ginger tea that'll cut down on the turmeric ginger tea cuts down on like inflammation and shit like that. Keep your skin looking smooth. You know what I'm saying? I might not be the best looking dude, but I try to take my skin is really what I like, about me. So just having great skin, making sure your skin will shine. I'm gonna show y'all this video. Look like Anton is talking. Let me see what let's see what Anton is talking about. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this. Y'all should be able to. Now, I'm gonna do a little chat. Let's see what Anton is talking about here. Let me share this screen. Let's take a look.
Free media says thank you for standing tall for black conservative men. Oh yeah, they think we pussy. They think that just because we Republican and we conservative that we pussy. Black people supposed to be conservative and Republican. That's our original party. The original party for black people were Republican. We were conservative. Let me help y'all to understand something. For everybody that's on this pro black shit, that's on this Democrat liberal plantation, black people are conservative. Our core, your ancestors, your mother, your father, your grandfather, They are conservative. Republican was our party. That was our thing. They hijacked our party by giving us all of this shit to help us break up our families and tethered us to the federal government. That's why they gave you food stamps. We were stronger without that shit. They gave you family court law and told you to break up your family. They fucked up our communities and then they poured drugs in it. And that's how we became dependent on the federal government. We are not liberal. We are not Democrats. We are not liberal and we are not Democrats. Stop letting these niggas tell you what you don't. I'm telling you, do your research. We are conservative. We stand tall on that shit. We don't need no handouts from the fucking federal government. And we don't fuck with all of this liberal and this Democrat nonsense. Stop letting these niggas laugh in your face. When I told Corey to that face, he giggled like a little schoolgirl because he don't know shit. The nigga tell jokes for a living. He don't know shit. He tells jokes. He's the court jester. Stop looking up to these niggas that don't know shit. We are not liberal. We are not the party of gay people. We do not fuck with illegal migrants coming into the country and taking what our ancestors died for. I told the nigga it's disrespectful that we got less than 20% voter turnout rate, and we need to be more involved in our local communities, and the nigga giggled like a schoolgirl. Man, what the fuck y'all talking about? This nigga don't know shit. If he not talking about somebody, he don't have no content. Y'all niggas keep following these cornball ass niggas.
No, Anton. Now that's a little hypocritical because you talk about people every day on your shit. Like we all sitting around here talk about people. This is the internet. This is entertainment. So that's not true. You talk about people. You do the reaction views talking about people, bro. So that's a little hypocritical right there.
That's leading y'all into the mire. They a distraction. They're a distraction. That's it. They not telling you the truth. And that's what I wanted to say to him because before we got derailed. No, you do the easy shit. You pander. Y'all panda bears. I say the uncomfortable shit that I know that the majority of people is going to feel some type of way about it, but it don't matter because the truth is the truth. It's not my truth. It's not your truth. It's not how I feel. It's the truth. We are not a gay liberal people. Stop following these white people, these liberal white people, these white men and white women that's out here protesting for Somalis. We don't even fuck with these niggas. They advocating for a group of people and they using you as a poster child. That's how they pass through this diversity, equity, inclusion bullshit and feminism. And they use black women as a poster child for it in order to get themselves through.
Now, I can agree with that. Like, with a lot of the DEI shit, that ain't even for black people because at the end of the day, we always had to pay the black tax and shit. You had to be 10 times better than the white boy to get the job. You know what I mean? So it's wild, man. It's wild. And that's right, Ms. Spades. The black experience is not monolithic. And I think that we should all just have respect for each other. So if a person is a liberal or a person is a conservative, we should all be able to have open discussions about, the people or whatever. You know what I mean? Just have open discussion, right? Because that's what America was built on. Freedom of speech, freedom of choice. And we should all and then we could all amicably agree to disagree. You know what I mean? I don't want this to be a divisive show today. So I guess I'm going to leave that at that. I mean, they really went at it. And I hate to see two brothers, go at it and they about to fight and shit all online because you typically don't see this on the other side. But yeah, it's rather unfortunate. So hopefully they'll work it out and let people. Would you say the conservative brought you from Africa to the U.S. in a boat? Well, Monique, that's not necessarily true. Slavery, we got it the worst probably as black people, but slavery was on all continents. Everybody was in slavery at a time. Groups would enslave other groups and hold them captive and sell them. And even in Africa, we were sold by blacks. Like niggas was selling niggas to the white man. So, and there was also, and I got pushed back for this because I talked about this one day about a black slave owner in South Carolina who was mean as fuck. Now I'm not trying to do that to like say that racism doesn't exist or they didn't put in racist policies and shit to hold us back as a people, because that is a fact. However, we dealing in the present time. We got to move in the present time to better ourselves and move accordingly to get to that bag, to increase our families, to make our neighbor. We have to do that shit. We have to really we got to take that power back, right? So I don't look at white people as being superior or no shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm about damn near about segregation, to be honest. And you know what I'm saying? So I'm for black people all motherfucking day. And Anton is right. We are, I mean, Dr. King was a Republican. I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but Dr. King was Republican. All our great granddaddies was Republican, because basically being a Republican is just smaller government. Republicans want smaller government. So it's what it is. I'm not trying to sit up here and be, you know, that talk about politics though is always a fucking slippery slope. You know, it's a very slippery slope. All right, shout out to hold a minute. Yeah, thank you for everybody. Shout out to Meg the Stallion. Meg the Stallion. She just opened up her Popeyes chicken on South Beach. So shout out to her. This is her opening the Popeyes. So thank you to everybody who is a part. Thank you to my hot staff. Woo! And yeah, thank you for everybody who helped me make one of my dreams come true. How does it feel to be in Miami? Oh, baby, you know I live in Miami. I love it here. It's your second home. It's my new hood. Hey. Okay, y'all ready? Yes. Oh shit! I don't want them to play the music on here. Are they still playing the music? Nope, I don't want no music playing. Well, shout out to Megan for opening the Popeyes chicken. I wish her success on that. Even though most of these restaurants typically fail when entertainers open restaurants, but I do wish her luck. Restaurant business is a very, very difficult business. Okay, what we talking about? Slavery. What you say? Chattel slavery is different from the traditional servants of old. The Nazis based their methodology off of the American chattel system. Okay, what are you telling me? You explain that. I don't know where you going with that, Kenny Smooth. Let me know where you going with that. Politics aside, Anton was out of line, fronting on someone's job, knowing Corey ain't going to swing and get sued. Interesting take. But Anton ain't, Corey stood on it. Anton ain't called telling me suck dick no more. Corey's gonna hit him. Yep, Megan did match her dress to her new Popeyes chicken restaurant. Oh my God. I think we about to
spend more on their diet. And the answer to that is no.
Let me see what they're talking about. So they're talking about consumer prices going up. Let's take a look at this, guys. I love to just sit here. We could just watch and react to shit. Let me see what's going on here.
I think the question you're asking, and it's a really important one, is while we're asking Americans to reconsider what they're eating, are we actually asking Americans, especially those who are living on the margins, are we asking them to spend more on their diet? And the answer to that is no. We've run over 1,000 simulations. It can cost around $3 a meal for a piece of chicken, a piece of broccoli, corn tortilla, and one other thing. And so there is a way to do this that actually will save the average American consumer money.
You've done the analysis on that, because that's one of the criticisms I heard from some, nutrition folks who said, like with the event you mentioned, all the protein, saying, all right, well, steak, obviously, it's expensive. So are you asking people to spend more money with these new dietary guidelines than in the past? You say no?
That's right. And the answer to that is absolutely no. Now, there are, as most things are coming down, there are a few outliers. Beef has been one of them, but ground beef is coming down. But here's the real.
So I guess they want us to, the new dietary guidelines want us to eat less or something, or make, I guess they want us to eat less and spend less on food. I guess we just be down to a broccoli, just one broccoli and a tortilla. So, no, it was disrespectful. You right about that, Spades, but this is weird. I just got a message from somebody on here. I got a DM. Let's see what we got. I think somebody want me to remove a video. Let's read this message. No, did they send it? Somebody sent me a message. I guess somebody. So somebody's getting mad about a video I did. They probably watching this live right now. And so basically, where the hell is that video? Okay, basically the video was a video about a woman that says she's going back to dating men after her stud ex-boyfriend destroyed her entire house. So in this particular video, and I'm going to bring this up because y'all, in this particular video, the woman wants to go back to dating men after her stud girlfriend tore her house up. And in the video, I'm just making a point to women, don't fake you're gay. All right. If you fucked up in a male relationship and you leaving a male relationship to go be with a woman, you're going to be fucked up there too. You know what I'm saying? So quit lying, because you're lying to yourself, and now you're bringing other people in your bullshit. And now the stud tore her shit up because at the end of the day, the bitch wanted somebody to help her pay her fucking rent. If you need somebody to help you pay your rent, get a fucking roommate. But you don't bring a person in. You don't string them along as a love, you in love because you need help with the bills, and then you go cheat on her with a man. Like, stop. So this person, I guess, want me to take the video down. I'm trying to see who this person is. Y'all love taking content. This situation happened in June. I already been him. I try on a protective order. Oh, God. You know what? I'm going to take that shit down, Kayla B. But I'm still going to talk my shit about it. So I ain't spreading misinformation. And y'all too with these videos and shit that I react to. If you don't want your shit out, don't put a fucking video up on it. So if you going through some shit in your life and you're like this with the goddamn phone and you putting it online, people are going to react. That is the weakest shit in the world to me. You putting your shit out there and you expecting people not to react and do videos and shit to your shit. You wanted the fucking attention. Now you got it. You didn't have to do the video. People, I will sit up here and do a reaction video to stuff. These videos go viral. They on every page, but they go try to find whatever page got the most attention or whatever with the shit. And then they want to get mad at me. Bitch, you put it out there. I'm not coming to nobody's house with no goddamn cell phone trying to record you while you going through a breakdown. Get the fuck out of here. These people are stupid. How dumb can you be? If it's that important, that needs to be private. You don't put it out online for the world to see and judge your dumb ass. The fuck? No, I am going to leave it up. Fuck her. I ain't going to take that shit now. Y'all right. Fuck out of here, bitch. You put up the motherfucking video. I didn't come to your goddamn house and say, hey, let me show the world what's going on. These fucking people are insane. She talking about she under protective order and all that shit. Why did you put the video out, baby? The fuck is you talking about? These people are just ridiculous. I ain't taking shit down. You right. You can't be in these relationships. Don't lie to the people. You know what I'm saying? And you could be straight gay, and I could be wrong. Who the fuck knows? But you put that shit out there, and I reacted to it. I get so tired of people with that shit. I had one girl one time, like she had on this, she was advertising this, like it was one of them magic body things, you know what I mean? One of them girdles and shit. And she showed it, and then she popped that shit open, and all her shit spilled out on the floor. Her belly like spilled down to her ankles and shit. And I did a reaction video telling her she needed to tuck her stomach into her leggings or whatever. And then she get mad at me like I fucking shot the video. To the point her mama hit me. I'm like, y'all are full of shit. When you put your shit out, it's what it is. Understand. Understand. Well, it's Savannah's Law. Tell me about the Savannah's Law in Tennessee. Oh, look. Hey, y'all, I'm about to do a Patreon, too. How y'all feel about me doing? I'm going to do a Patreon because I want to bring y'all just behind the scenes in my life, and then I could really share with you guys how I really feel without getting a ban or getting blocked or, you know what I'm saying? So let me know how y'all feel about that. Matter of fact, let me put that up right now. Let me see what my Patreon is. I'm about to give y'all my Patreon link. Y'all can join my Patreon. It's like a $5 membership per month. And I'll keep you guys updated. Oh shit, matter of fact, I need to finish this. They say I got to take a picture of myself. Hold on. United States ID. Matter of fact, I could finish my registration while I'm on here talking to you guys. Would you like that? You'd be like, I was with LeVar when he finished his Patreon. Let me flip it to the back side. It also need to be a law to protect people like me from when y'all put y'all shit online and know it's public record. Okay. Y'all give me 1 second and I'm gonna oh shit. Photos are being reviewed. Anyway, y'all can join at LaVar Walker. I'm gonna come back tomorrow. That's probably when it'll be totally up, but you could just save it in the phone, Patreon, at LaVar Walker. Yeah, that's gonna be my Patreon page. We taking this shit to another level. So I ain't gotta worry about people like this woman. Hold on. Show a timer off, bro. There we go. Yeah, y'all can join that Patreon at LaVar Walker. And then we can all go behind the paywall for $5 a month. And then I can share stuff. I can just talk about life and all this stuff that's happening in the world without interruptions, because that's just so negative of this woman to come at me for some shit she put out. That is very, very negative and wrong. You know what I mean? I swear, these people today, I tell you. Let me see. And understand this too, when a person is reacting to your video, is no difference from people commenting on your video. It's the same shit. Are you going to go to each comment and tell those people, hey, take that down? You shouldn't have commented on my video. This was interesting. The senator
conversation
asked,
was going, or what the goal was.
So a senator asked, can men get pregnant? Let me see here. Let's take a look at this.
Dr. Verma, I wasn't sure I understood your answer to Senator Moody a moment ago. Do you think that men can get pregnant?
I hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what the goal was. I mean, I do take care of patients with different identities. I take care of many women. I take care of people with different identities. And so that's where I paused. I think, yeah, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, the goal is just the truth. So can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there is I'm not really sure what the goal of the question is.
The goal is just to establish a biological reality. You just said a moment ago that science and evidence should control, not politics.
I think he should probably, like, you know, this is a simple question, but you know, like on Capitol Hill and all this, where people are full of shit. He should have maybe said, can a XY chromosome person get pregnant versus an XX chromosome person? And if we go to start calling people a XY person and an XX, these same people go, well, I don't feel like I'm an XX chromosome person, or I don't feel like I'm an XY chromosome person. I feel like I'm an XX. So please refer to me as an XX chromosome.
So let's just test that proposition. Can men get pregnant?
I take care of people with many identities, but
can men get pregnant?
Many women that can get pregnant. I do take care of people that don't identify as women. That
can men get pregnant?
Again, as I'm saying,
let me just remind you what you testified to a moment ago. Science and evidence should control, not politics. So can.
That's very sad when she is scared to answer this question. Like, what the fuck? Like, are they under that much of a gun? You know what I mean? Now I look like Anthony Mackie. Boy, I look like every goddamn body. And you know what I've been thinking lately? I think the older black men get, we do all kind of look alike and shit. Because I was in the grocery store with my son, and I had my baseball hat on with my glasses. And you know, we got these goatees, and every bald head nigga wears the baseball hat, glasses with the goatee. And so I'm in the grocery store with my son. He go, Dad, that's you again. That's you. And I was like, my son is right. I think the older we get as black men, we just look like, we all look alike. Damn near like Asians. Because it is 40 niggas right now online that look exactly like me.
Men get pregnant.
I
You're a
totally
doctor, I
agree.
think.
Science and evidence should guide medicine.
Do science and evidence tell us that men can get pregnant? Biological men, can they get pregnant?
I also think yes/no questions like this are a political tool. And
No, yes/no questions are about the truth, doctor. Let's not make a mockery of this proceeding. This is about science and evidence, and I'm asking you. You know, the United States Supreme Court just heard arguments yesterday at great length on this question. This is not a hypothetical question. This is not theoretical. It affects real people in their real lives. And you're here as an expert, called by the other side as an expert. And you've been telling us that you follow, right, you're a doctor, and you follow the science and the evidence. So I just want to know, based on the science, can men get pregnant? That's a yes or no question. It really is, I think.
I think you're trying to reduce the complexity of a lot.
I'm not. I'm trying to get, it's not complex. I'm trying to get to an answer, and I'm trying to test, frankly, your veracity as a medical professional and as a scientist. Can men get pregnant?
I think you're also conflating
This is
male
extraordinary.
and female with.
No, I'm not conflating male and female. They're two different things. There's biological men.
Why will this woman just not answer the question? These people are full of shit. Just answer the question.
And there's biological women.
If she was to take a test on her MCAT, a true false exam that said, can a biological male have a baby? And she left it blank, she would get it wrong. Like, what are you doing?
And I want to know, can men get pregnant?
What you were talking about is biological.
You're not going to answer my question.
Biological males.
This isn't hard, doctor. Can men get pregnant? Yes or no?
I would be more than happy to have
a
conversation with you that is not coming from a place of trying to be polarized and.
I'm not trying to be polarizing. I'm trying to ask. I think it is extraordinary that we are here in a hearing about science and about women. And for the record, it's women who get pregnant, not men.
You got the address over there?
We are here about the safety of women and science that shows that this abortion drug causes adverse health events in 11% of cases. That's 22 times greater than the FDA label. Another fact you haven't acknowledged, and yet you won't even acknowledge the basic reality that biological men don't get pregnant. There's a difference between biological men and biological women. I don't know how we can take you seriously and your claims to be a person of science if you won't level with this on this basic issue. I thought we were past all of this, frankly. I can't believe we're still here talking about this.
Sorry about that, guys. But look, guys, I'm going to have to wrap this up because I got to go take care of some business. Listen, I love y'all, man. Y'all join that Patreon, the Patreon at LeVar Walker. Join my Patreon at LeVar Walker, man. I got to wrap this up. I'll probably come back later on today and do another podcast. But y'all holler at me, man. I'm out of here.